What's up, everybody? Thanks for checking out another video from the Snorlax, soon to change my name. Yes, before we dive into this lovely little video, I wanted to tell you that I'm going to change my name from the Snorlax to the Wizard's Chest. I consider myself more of a wizard, a lazy wizard, maybe like a Big Lebowski wizard or something like that. But the Snorlax, it was suggested to me by a friend. I love the name, I love the Pokemon character, but it just doesn't, I don't know, it hasn't set well with me over the past 6 months or so. So I think I'm going to change it up. But anyways, let's get on to the show. We are looking at my Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure wave. So the first one that we are looking at is obviously Lizard from 2018. He came with, or to build him you would need Spider-Punk, Spider-Man, Noir, Spider-Woman, Gwenpool, Prowler, Mysterio, and Lasher. The Gwenpool in that line and Spider-Punk are two of my favorite Marvel Legends, so definitely a good wave. And Mysterio, come on. And Mysterio looks great. So as far as the Build-A-Figure goes, he's a good size, he's got a good weight. I really love the sculpt of him. They got really nice and detailed, as you can tell from this shot, with the face, all the little scales, the paint job on the neck, the articulation in the head. He does come with an extra tongue that's more straight out and a little bit longer. But everything is very highly detailed, and I love that it's not just one color. The articulation is, you know, it's got that permanent crouched position, but you do have articulation in the toes. You got a nice ankle pivot and a hinge. He cannot straighten his legs 100%, but that's okay. I don't even mind the Hulk pants that he's wearing. Oop, a little poppy outie there. So, there we go. But the articulation's good. Double hinges on the elbows. And I love the detail of the coat. I like that it's been dragged through the sewer, the streets. It's kind of dirty at the bottom, even on his sleeves here. And of course how torn it is, but really cool figure. Not huge on Lizard in general. I know he's one of Spider-Man's most accursed nemesis, but I just like Build-A-Figures. I like big chunky figures, so this is a good one to have. And thank God he's got an articulated tail, so you can balance him and get him into some pretty cool positions. But he'll definitely need the assistance of that tail, so pretty cool. Next up, we have Groot! My sweet Groot. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Alright. So Groot is from all the way back in 2014. You needed Star-Lord, Rocket Raccoon, Gamora, Drax, Iron Man, and Marvel's Nova. But he looks pretty damn good. I had the one that where he came by himself, the updated version of Groot that came out like a year later and had those more realistic eyes. But those eyes freaked me out because this just conveys that kind of soft, gentle kind of creature that Groot is. And the one that I had with the, I think they were yellow eyes with like a black iris, but they were just so striking for the character that it just made them look creepy. But as you can see, there's, you know, good enough detail to look like wood. You don't need a lot to make this figure look decent. And I like the subtle shades of moss growing on him, and I like his height. He's a good weight again. I love the expression that they gave him. Kind of sad, but then you look at it from another angle, like Harrison Ford, happy, sad, happy, sad. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go see the two faces of Harrison Ford. Google that real quick. It's hilarious. So yeah, Groot. I am Groot. Next up is Thanos, man. You got to build the Thanos. Got old raisin head. Thanos. Obviously one of the newer ones from 2018. To complete him, you would need the Iron Spider, Serpent Society, Iron Man, Songbird, Taskmaster, Captain America, and Proxima Midnight. I think it was a strong lineup. I liked the Serpent Society. I love the Iron Spider. The Songbird was really good looking. I love the translucent pink wings that she came with. And I'm a huge Captain America fan, if you didn't know. And Taskmaster looked really great too, and I love that he came with additional heads. As far as this Build-A-Figure goes, I thought it was pretty cheap. We'd seen some pretty good Thanoses come through, and I know they're doing the MCU in this one. I think the gauntlet looks really good, the glove. I think the detail that they got in that is really, really nice. Something about this paint job and minimal sculpt, I don't know, it just seems a little lackluster for me, and it's going to have all the points of articulation that you would expect. It does feel pretty nice, I'll give it that. That's about as far as you can get on the wrist, so it's either going to be clenched fists up or clenched fist and pop out. So I think you're gonna have a clenched fist like this if it's anything like mine. Even the boots, it just seems like they kind of went with the simplest, most uniform look possible. I don't know, it just seems for a Build-A-Figure you're supposed to get a little bit more bang for your buck, but you know, he's got the ab crunch, and he can go out pretty decent with his legs, and the joints are pretty decent. So it's not terrible, and it's just a weird facial expression too, just kind of like, I just had a good shit. Okay. So it just doesn't, I don't know, it didn't pull me in, so you can tell. I don't like that one. Up next, I do love this one. I won't even be able to fit it all on screen, probably. He can be a little top heavy. It is Marvel's Vulture, 2017, from the Homecoming Spider-Man movie. To complete him, you would need the Web-Wing Spider-Man, Moon Knight, Homemade Spider-Man, Cosmic Spider-Man, Tombstone, Beetle, and of course Vulture himself as you are building his wing structure. So you get Vulture by himself, which has really nice details. Love the green pants. There's just I like when there's hidden details. So you got to get up close to look and see what's different. You know, you got the black around here, matched by the gold. Love that contrast. The subtlety of the leather jacket and the cuffs. You have some really nice detail. You got those translucent green eyes inside a translucent clear visor, which is pretty cool. Obviously, the articulation that you get with the wings and the posability that you're able to get with it, the separation of things that you can twist and turn to make it a little bit more dynamic. As far as displaying it, it can be a little bit difficult because of the wingspan, but I actually have two thumbtacks that are put into my wall that I just hide behind his thrusters there, and it stays up very, very nicely. And then I have some string coming down from his foot, like Spider-Man just webbed him as he was flying away, and he's trailing behind him. So pretty cool. But yeah, I just think there's detail all over this, all over the wings, and it looks good. It'll look like a nice figure. Alrighty, up next, I have had her on here before. It is Okoye from Black Panther. In order to complete Okoye, the 2017 wave, you would need Black Panther, Killmonger, Nakia, Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Submariner. They are making so many Iron Mans, it's crazy. I think this is a beautiful figure, but when you're comparing a Build-A-Figure, understandably, people were upset when you get a regular 6-inch figure like this, that you're used to getting a bigger piece to create something like this. It's a night and day difference. And once I get to my final Build-A-Figure, I'll do a comparison of that compared to this, and it'll just blow your mind. But moving on, because we got very little time. But anyways, great head sculpt. Even the tattoo on the head, they nailed it. All the color changes, the paint, for such a small figure, they did get really nice and detailed in those tight areas. Everywhere you look around this character is awesome. So I definitely love this figure. But as far as the Build-A-Figure, felt like they cheaped us. Moving on, we have ManThing in all his sexiness. So this is a good sturdy figure. He's got some weight to it. He's got some parts that are rubbery. He's got some parts that are hard plastic. I love the stark red eyes. I love the detail in the moss and just looking nasty. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of dark wash and then maybe highlighted by some yellow, kind of like they did down here in his nether regions. But all in all, it looks great, and it's great posability for such a big figure. It holds its positions really well. It's not too hard to maneuver. And then, like I said, there's those kind of rubbery hands, so I can grip stuff pretty nicely. But in order to complete the ManThing, you would need, this is from the 2017 Netflix wave, so you got Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Elektra, Punisher, Bullseye, and Blade, which I think was a really strong lineup. Every one of those figures looked really good, especially the Punisher. They nailed that figure. John Barenthal, whew, it'll look good. Alright, up next we have the one and only Sasquatch. So I was trying to get him into that iconic walking by pose. There we go. Yeah, Sasquatch. Woo! Alright, 2018. In order to complete Sasquatch, you would need Cable, Deadpool, Deathlock, Domino, and X-23. Once again, a strong lineup from Marvel. Thank you, Marvel. And afterwards, you get an iconic figure with a really nice sculpt. There's different variations in his fur texture, in the color of the texture. I like the facial expression that he has. I like the articulation that he comes with. Once again, ooh, listen to them ratchet joints, boy. Hell yeah. He holds it nice. He's even got the double jointed. Ah! Oh my god! Oh! Sorry, that scared me. Okay. And he's back to normal. I just scared the shit out of my dogs. I scared myself a little bit. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say. So Sasquatch, go get him. Up next, we're going to be looking at Ultron. Dun dun dun. I've got no strings. I'm a real boy. So Ultron 2015, in order to complete him, you would need the following figures: Bulldozer, Wasp, Tiger Shark, Giant Man, Grim Reaper, and Ant-Man. Really like this figure. Love the movie Age of Ultron. And I think this is one of the best Ultrons that they've done, except for some of the detail. I thought about going in with my patented shoe polish and add a little bit of texture to him, as well as some detail, some weathering effects. Because you know he's not that shiny. Boy's got some issues. But it's got some issues standing up. It's got some issues just kind of being monochromatic. But other than that, you gots to have a villain, and it might as well be Ultron. Alrighty, after Ultron, let's take a look at the Ant-Man, okay? Here we have Paul Rudd as Giant Man. Yes, Giant Man. 2016. In order to complete him, you would need the following: Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, Red Guardian, Nick Fury, and Nuke. That's my 1920s announcer voice. I hope you enjoyed it. This figure is awesome. It's just like the one that we got, but blown up from the Paul Rudd Ant-Man movie. The texture in the suit is great. I love the gray, black, and red. Yes, of course. Love the translucent plastic of the red in the visor, so you can look through and see his eyes. He's got a clenched fist and an open hand to hold something should he have the desire to take a sip of tea. He is pretty decent in posability. He can go down a little bit. He is tight though. This is one of the tightest. So tight. Like a toy gutter. You can hear it. He's got the double jointed knees, baby. So, pretty good. Me likey. Moving on. Up next, after Giant Man, we have the Cole Obsidian. I know this video is running long, but stay with me. I like the detail in this one. I like the fact that he has his little warhammer there, and I like how big and bulky he is. You got the separate piece that you could take off if you wanted to of his little shoulder armor, even though he's mostly naked. I like these little metal spine things. I don't know what the hell that is. Not too familiar with this Obsidian character, but the face sculpt is actually really, really nice. Get up in there. Get there nice and deep like. Look into them eyes. So yeah, cool character. Good build-a-figure. And second to last, we have the Gladiator Hulk. Man, when this was announced, I was on pins and needles, y'all, let me tell you. So, as you can see, he comes with all the little goodies that you see in the movie. His hammer, his axe. He's got a removable helmet. He's got a good Mark Ruffalo likeness. All the details, the sheens, the paint applications are on point. It's a good bulky figure. The articulation is what you would expect, even though it's a little hindered by this armor plating right there. In order to complete the 2017 Gladiator Hulk, excuse me, one would need Ares, Loki, Hela, Lady Thor, Thor, the comic version, and Thor Ragnarok. So yeah, very excited to have this, and right after I picked up the Marvel Select version, which kind of blew it out of the water, but I am glad to have it nonetheless, as I am a big Mark Ruffalo fan and Hulk. Now, it would not be a Build-A-Figure Wave video without the Hulkbuster. Look and take notes, toy companies. This is a Build-A-Figure. That is massive. In order to complete the Hulkbuster from 2015, one would need War Machine, Blizzard, Vision, Iron Man, Black Suit, his black suit, the Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Valkyrie, and Thundra. So, I say to you, what the hell is going on when you compare those? That is a world of difference. So much plastic. You got, I mean, okay, yeah, good looking figure and everything. Build-A-Figure worthy? I don't think so. This is Build-A-Figure worthy. Look at this son of a bitch. Sorry for the cursing. I'm just so excited. Like, this is everything that a kid dreams of. I mean, it's got a good range of motion for articulation. Those joints are going to stay. The arms, I mean, what do you expect? It's the Hulkbuster. So in order to get it into some fun positions, one merely needs to fumble around with it for a little bit. But yeah, love the apple red, love the gold lay on top, love the silver. You even have some flat gray in here with some highlighted silver over here. I think they did a really nice job with that. If you wanted to go in and add some little details, it wouldn't take you much at all. Maybe about 20 bucks worth of some good paint and a nice gloss finish. And this would go. I mean, it's already an expensive piece. I can't remember what these are going for now. It's got to be in the $100 range, but close to $100 something. But anyways, this is my favorite Build-A-Figure of all time. It just looks great. And yeah, it's a 22-minute video, so I'm going to stop talking now. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Everybody have a good day. Bye!